Focusing on the underground culture of skateboarding, hip-hop, and rock, the skateboarding and apparel and now lifestyle behemoth Supreme has established itself as one of the most iconic names and brands in the world. Boasting collaborations with brands such as Nike, North Face, Louis Vuitton, Artec, Vitra, and even Oreos, there seems to be no stone Supreme would leave unturned. Let's take a quick dive into yet another iconic use of the color red. In 1994, James Jebbia opened his first store in Manhattan, New York, staffed by teen regulars from Manhattan skate parks. With its understated air of cool detachment and minimal, straight-to-the-point branding, Supreme fully embodied the youth culture that it still expertly leverages. The Supreme logo is a simple yet iconic design, displaying the word Supreme in a white Futura bold oblique font against a bright red rectangular background. The logo is heavily influenced by the work of artist Barbara Kruger, who famously used a similar style of lettering with bold text on a red background for her artwork. The simplicity of the Supreme logo, combined with its anti-authority aesthetic, helped it become a symbol of downtown skate culture, and eventually a highly recognizable and coveted element in the streetwear world. The irony, though, is that Kruger's art often uses the aesthetic of consumer advertising to critique it, with slogans addressing issues like consumerism, power, feminism, and identity. The Supreme logo appropriated this aesthetic of Kruger's anti-capitalist work and let it loose in arguably one of pop culture's most capitalist and consumerist movements. Kruger has famously expressed displeasure with Supreme for co-opting her signature style. Though it should be noted that Kruger's own style was heavily influenced by that of Russian agitation and propaganda artists from the 1920s, particularly Alexander Rodchenko, and that just like James Jebbia, she belongs to a long chain of artists co-opting styles and aesthetics stretching back to the advent of photography and graphic design. The Supreme logo has become a cultural icon and status symbol, with products featuring the box logo being notoriously difficult to obtain and often reselling for thousands of dollars. Supreme's identity doesn't say much at all, precisely because it doesn't need to. Brand association is built through repetition and a clear logo. For most of us, just white over red lettering is more than enough. Thanks for joining me on this quick dive of yet another iconic use of the color red. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, ciao.